Presumption of innocence and the burden of proof.
Everyone charged with a criminal offense shall have the right to be presumed innocent until proved guilty according to the law. States should not treat people as if they are guilty before they have been convicted by a court of law. They should not make public statements of guilt during an investigation, use measures of restraint that make someone appear dangerous, or walk arrested people through public places so they can be photographed by the media, also known as perp walks. The standard of proof on the prosecution is to prove guilt beyond all reasonable doubt. This means all the conduct, AR, and mental elements, MR, of the offense. In other words, the magistrates or jury must be sure of the defendant's guilt. The defendant does not have to prove innocence and is entitled to a presumption of innocence until proven guilty. In other words, the defendant has the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes the defendant's best argument is that the prosecution evidence is not strong enough to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. In such situations, a defendant may choose to rest on the presumption of innocence and neither call witnesses nor present other evidence. If the defendant wishes to plead a defense that amounts to any more than a denial of guilt, the onus is on him to produce evidence of it. This is called an evidential burden. It is not a question of proving the defense or indeed innocence. All the defendant needs to do is to produce sufficient evidence to cast doubt on the prosecution case. This may be in any form: his own testimony, witnesses, real evidence such as objects, photographs, CCTV film, medical or other expert reports, etc. The onus of disproving the defense raised by evidence lies on the prosecution beyond all reasonable doubt. The jury will then be directed to determine guilt or innocence on the basis of all the evidence. Flowing from the presumption of innocence are several other important constitutional protections for the defendant: the right to silence and the privilege against self-incrimination. The right to silence implies that the accused does not need to assist the state to prove its case. It has symbolic significance in confirming the presumption of innocence and placing the legal burden of proof on the prosecution. It defines the balance between the state and the individual and is a vital protection for protecting the innocent, especially suspects who are vulnerable because of age, mental disorder, or learning disability. The privilege against self-incrimination confers the right not to be compelled to speak in a potentially incriminating way.